again. I'm a Canadian citizen, 51 years old, et je demeure au Québec. Je suis transgenre, I am transgendered. I transitioned from male to female in my late 30s, and probably the most common question I'm asked is, when did I know something was wrong? And my first memories go back to when I was in the 3rd grade. Growing up, talking to my family and friends about my feelings was not an option. I wasn't afraid of them, but I was afraid of rejection. And unfortunately, coming out later in life also meant people's feelings around me would get hurt, and guilt would become my new best friend. Conflicted about my gender and growing up in the 70s meant feeling isolated and having little access to resources, including the internet, which could have been a very useful tool to help me make sense of what I was going through. Funny thing though, when I look back, there was really nothing actually wrong with me. I was just a kid trying to feel normal. I don't blame anyone. It's just the way things were, I guess, and at times still are. I hope someday having to come out will be a thing of the past. Over the years, I've wondered why coming out often leaves one feeling like it's some sort of apology or confession, accompanied by fear of losing family members and friends, even careers. We shouldn't feel guilty to be true to who we are. And if we're going to make something like coming out a thing of the past, we need to be inclusive, we've got to stop labeling, and make diversity the new normal, where no one gives a damn how anyone identifies. And to this day, this Canadian tranny still loves hockey, rock and roll, but most of all, loves the freedom to be me. Thank you. He shoots, he scores! Hang on, was that a he or a she?
Afdeling, geef, 8, brengt, goed. In de houding, staat, op de plaats, rust, rust.
Met de Defensieboot was voor mij een grote eer. Ik ben echt heel blij om met onze militairen en burgermedewerkers duidelijk te maken dat het mogelijk is om binnen Defensie te zijn wie je bent. En dat vind ik echt een cruciaal uitgangspunt en daar wil ik me elke dag voor inzetten. Juist binnen de krijgsmacht is het van belang om vrij te zijn, om te zijn wie je bent en je daarin ook vrij te voelen. We moeten vaak onder moeilijke omstandigheden opereren en als je dan niet vrij bent om te zijn wie je bent, dan kom je niet tot de beste resultaten. Dus ik ben echt van mening dat we ook binnen de krijgsmacht alle ruimte moeten creëren om iedereen, homo, hetero, oud, jong, het maakt me allemaal niet uit, maar om iedereen de ruimte te geven om te laten zijn wie hij of zij is.
Die Schweizerische Bundesverfassung garantiert, dass alle Menschen die gleichen Rechte haben. Die Realität ist anders. Noch immer erfahren die Menschen wegen ihrer sexuellen Orientierung und Geschlechtsidentität Ausgrenzungen und sind Zielscheiben von verbaler und physischer Gewalt. Und das auch in der Schweiz. Homo- und Transphobie muss ernst genommen und gesamtgesellschaftlich angegangen werden, damit sich alle Menschen in der Schweiz, ungeachtet der Lebensform und Geschlechtsidentität, sich frei entfalten und gleichberechtigt leben können. Setzen wir gemeinsam ein Zeichen zur Gleichstellung in der Schweiz.
Hi, my name is Rita and I'm 27 years old from Jerusalem, the capital city of Israel. I'm volunteer at the Jerusalem Open House for Tolerance and Pride for the last 3 years, and I'm taking part in one of the main projects of this organization, which is working with LGBT youth. We are doing many social activities with this youth, and I'm kind of counselor in this project. Many people in the world might think that Jerusalem is not a place for the LGBT community because of all the religion here and the holy places that we have in this city. But in fact there is a gay community, a very big one here in Jerusalem, and we are all together going to have the 16th LGBT Pride here in Jerusalem on July 30, and you are all invited, and we hope to see you here in Jerusalem.
Hello, I'm Randy Berry, and I'm the first ever special envoy for the human rights of LGBTI persons. I join people around the world in celebrating lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex Pride Month. LGBTI rights are human rights, and human rights are LGBTI rights. That is the principle guiding our work. It's simple and it's sound. Since arriving in April from Amsterdam, I have been inundated with offers of support from governments, businesses, civil society, and faith leaders. I'm building partnerships and broadening the coalition of allies to make real progress on this important issue. In June, during Pride Month, I will travel to over 15 countries in Latin America and Europe, and by the end of the year, I plan to visit every region of the world to spread the message that the United States is committed to promoting the human rights of all persons, everywhere, including members of the LGBTI community. As Secretary Kerry has said, it is time to reaffirm the dignity of all persons, no matter who you are and no matter who you love. I am dedicated to this cause. I look forward to hearing from you on how we can make progress on this basic human rights issue, and I wish you all a very happy Pride Month.
My name is Yarnell, Professor of Psychology at the University of South Africa and President of the Psychological Society of South Africa. I'm also openly gay and married to my same-sex partner, who directly benefited from being listed as spouse on my medical insurance when he had to undergo a life-saving heart surgery in 2014. Rightfully, South Africa is internationally recognized for having one of the most progressive constitutional and legal frameworks worldwide for the protection of LGBTI people. In stark contrast, the country continues to struggle with ongoing intentional unfair discrimination and hate crime, also on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity. As evident in the advert playing in the background, it is in particular previously disadvantaged communities that continue to suffer. The advert was developed by the Department of Justice-led National Task Team aimed at addressing LGBTI violence, and it was aired on national television. In recent years, South Africa has taken on a leadership role at the United Nations Human Rights Council in efforts to address violence against LGBTI people. The credibility of such efforts will depend largely on whether domestic measures to address hate crimes against LGBTI people and others are backed by the necessary political support to ensure their successful implementation. I remain hopeful.